My glass is empty, but I have 5 different barrels with homemade spirits in them, ready to taste, see how they're doing. Let's check in on them. All right, team, this is a follow-up to the video that I put out a week or so ago. General idea is that over winter, I'm in New Zealand, it's been cold, the barrels, they kind of go to sleep, and when it starts to warm up, you never quite know. Well, I never quite know what's going to happen, so I always like to go through and taste the stuff that I really care about at this time of year, to see what's going on, to see if I need to do anything with them or just let them sit for a little bit longer. So first up, this is the oat and wheat bourbon. It is a little over a year old now, so I'm not expecting it to be delicious, but we may as well have a taste and just see how things are going, make sure nothing crazy is happening. Okay. It's a little bit different. What wood is this? It doesn't smell like... Ah, okay. Tell me if I'm wrong and your Badmo lore is stronger than mine, but I think the C means that, where is it? Really hard to tell on the little camera, but that slightly more pink stave in the middle, I think that's a cherry stave, I think, which makes sense because this does smell a little bit different. A little more... Fruity's not the right word, but it's just kind of like a slightly sweeter, I guess fruity is the right word. A slightly softer, sweeter, fruitier wood profile. That's really, really pleasant. It is different, and you know, sometimes when you smell something different, you're kind of like, and you get a little bit disappointed, at least for me, until I can put my finger on why it smells different. And then if there's a good reason for it, my brain kind of recalibrates and decides actually it's delicious. That's kind of what happened on this one. 100%. Still tastes like young whiskey. It still needs a little bit more body. It still needs to round out and mellow out a little bit more. It's not great to drink now, but in a year or 3, I have high hopes for this. An interesting, not over the top, but kind of bold wood characteristic that's similar to the nose, but leans more on the toasty wood flavor rather than the kind of fruit sweetness side of things. The bourbony characteristics that I would assume I would get from oat, corn, and wheat aren't that bold. So I'm really, really intrigued to see what happens to this over time. I shall put that down for another sleep for at least another year. Check out this awesome new graphic tee that Into the AM have just sent me. And they specifically sent this one because they wanted me to show you that all of their shirts are designed by hand by real artists. None of this AI stuff that's going on at the moment. Just really awesome graphics made by really awesome people. I get to talk to them every now and again and design stuff with them. They're great people. The fabric is amazing. The ink is screen printed, so it's going to last. They're comfortable, and they're just damn good shirts. I've just realized that I'm fanboying out hard right now. I've got Into the AM everything except for my board shorts. And that's not because this video is sponsored by them, it's just because it's the stuff I wear at the moment. It's kind of turned into my uniform. Even the jacket is Into the AM. So, if you're in the market for some sweet new clothes, check the link in the description down below, and you'll get 10% off. Next up, the Mungra whiskey. This was put down in November 2022. So it's got a little bit of age on it now. And I believe I called it Mungra whiskey because it was just, have a look in the grain bins and anything and everything that needed to be used up got thrown into a mash. I think that was the idea. This is an M2, medium toast, level 2 char. So I'm expecting relatively straight down the middle oak kind of performance on this one. Oh. Interesting saline-y note. Huh. I bet there was some peat in this, wasn't there? I bet there was. I don't know. If you remember this video, you tell me. But knowing me, there was some peat malt laying around. And knowing me, I probably put it in there. Yeah, there's definitely some smoke in there. I'm guessing there's a little peat and maybe some manuka or something like that as well. It is quite intensely smoky, which is funny. It's not coming through on the nose. Let me drop some water in here and see if that brings it out. Yep. There it is. Okay. Very interesting smoke profile. It's almost musty in a good way. Not musty like moldy, just musty like, I don't know, like old books, old furniture shop, something like that. Huh, I was expecting that to come out and fight. Quite often, especially with high proof, barrel proof, peaty whiskey, when you put water into it, quite often it makes it just want to fight you. That's actually kind of brought the sweetness and the mouthfeel out more. I'm into that. It is starting to get just a little bit tannic, which for like an Isla peat, it's probably heading towards the upper level of that. But if I think of it more like a smoky American whiskey in new oak, it all makes more sense. Has a very interesting, like soft, sweet, fruity pears, nashies, somewhere along those kind of lines. That's quite nice. I'm happy to let this one go for a while, but I do think I probably want to check on this one maybe near the end of summer, just to make sure that astringency doesn't get too over the top. All right, the Badmo barrel for Ben in one of the barrels I actually made with him at his production facility before he passed away. And it is full of Panella rum with, I believe, Tootsie Rolls in it, of all things. Oh! Hold on, I've still got peat lingering in my mouth. The mouthfeel on that's nuts, though. The mouthfeel, like the caramel mouthfeel from the Tootsie Rolls, is totally lingering. Like, when I sipped the water, it made it intensify. Like, it almost, like it gave me that kind of mouth-coating, creamy, velvety, like butter feeling in my mouth. Literally like caramel. I'm totally on board with that. All right, let's try and taste this again, now that I don't have so much peat polluting my system. So, this is still a little on the fiery side, I'll be real with you. But that mouthfeel's kind of covering it up a lot. I'm gonna try this, getting a little more, because I want to try it with some water. Just drop the proof down. This might be one of those spirits that I actually prefer like down at 40% ABV. Doesn't happen often, but this might be it. It's opened it up. It's brought the Panella flavor and the Tootsie Roll flavor out more. Yeah, now I can taste the oak more. I can taste the Panella more. It's actually trying to fight me a little bit more, but I have a hunch if I let that sit after it was proofed for about 3 or 4 days, it would be better. There's absolutely nothing going on in this barrel that makes me think I need to get it out of the barrel. So lo and behold, yet another one that just needs to chill. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, okay. Apple, kiwi, strawberry guava, and molasses. I have an Isla safety net coming next, so I'm 100% gonna taste this first, or I won't be able to taste this after the Isla. Hold on. This one was a little bit strange from memory last time I tried it. I think it was this one. Ooh, I like that straw color. This is now a year old, so I'm hoping we'll get an idea of what it's going to turn into, but I don't expect great things yet. That is very pleasant. Like I said, I remember this going through at least a weird patch. It almost smells single malt like. The sweetness is a lot more on the like glazed pastry, glazed Danish, kind of maybe, not so much glazed donut, glazed Danish for sure. Definitely getting some of the strawberry guava come through. They have kind of a, how do you describe it, man? I don't know. It's almost fig-like, I guess, like a fig-like kind of twang to it. red fruit sweet as well. That's really pleasant on the nose. I feel like it hasn't all come together yet. The molasses isn't overpowering, which I like. That's good. In fact, I'm struggling to find it when I go looking for it. Maybe a hint of the kiwi, but that could be yeasty esters as well. It's kind of a generic, almost tropical fruit kind of flavor, pineapple, mango-esque, but not quite either. I wonder if that's yeast, I'm not sure. I'm not getting a lot of apple brandy flavors in it right now, which is strange. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can definitely taste the kiwi fruit after proofing it down a little bit. Still no apple. There is no bitterness, tannins, spiciness, anything of that nature. So there is absolutely no reason to even consider pulling this out of the barrel yet. I can't wait for this to be like 4 years old and perfect so I can get it out of the barrel and put a single malt in there for like 8 years. I think this is going to be a very interesting single malt barrel. Yum. All right, the Islay safety net, folks. Okay, so reminder, if you don't know what the safety net series is, it is a series for new distillers that are a little bit concerned about going all grain. The idea is that the safety net recipes get you to make a mash fully, but then let you have the safety net, the fallback, the backup of straight sugar, so you know it's going to ferment, but you get the flavor from the real grain. That's the idea. An Islay safety net went into this barrel, but it wasn't entirely full. I think it was about 2/3 full from memory. Tasted the barrel, had a think about what it was kind of lacking, and specifically made another mash and distilled it to top the barrel up to try and fix that. I haven't tasted this for over a year, funnily enough. So let's get stuck in. Whoa, she's got a bit of a vacuum going on it. It's not coming out quick. Out of all of them, this is the one that I'm really hoping is doing its thing and doing it well. Ooh, beautiful color. What barrel have we got here? H3 barrel, which is interesting because it's quite straw colored and it's been in there for a couple of years. Ooh, okay. Subtle smoke. The smoke's definitely more on the Lefroy side of the spectrum, I would say. Quite an ashy, cigar-y smoke. Less of kind of the funk, more of the like burning Band-Aid / burning hospital kind of notes. I know that's weird for some of you. Some of you will know exactly what I mean and love it. Oh, okay. When it first hits your mouth, it has a beautiful, like really light caramel kind of sweetness that then turns into orchard fruit, appley, peary, maybe even lychee kind of flavors. And then it goes into the smoke at the end. I'm gonna give it a little, like literally 3 drops of water. I wanna see if I can get the smoke to jump out just a little more on the nose specifically. You know what, actually that didn't help it. That didn't help it. It's kind of gone thin and hay-like. Interesting, okay, I thought this was gonna be a smoke bomb. I thought I put quite a lot of peat in this. Oh, I somewhat take it back. As I'm sitting here, the peat is intensifying. This is a bit of an enigma, I will be real with you, team. I don't quite know what to make of this. I'm surprised the color isn't darker, considering it's been in the barrel for a little over 2 years. And it wasn't a second use barrel. I'm surprised that it is leaning more like very light caramel sweetness, not barrel candy, bourbon-y, spice and toasted wood, especially because it's an H3 barrel. I'm not complaining, I think it's awesome. I just can't figure out why. No tannins, no pepperiness, no cinnamon, no clove. This is really bizarre. I love it. I just don't know why, which is a little bit frustrating because how do I repeat it? Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna pour a little extra of this to save for wifey when she gets home, because this is going to be right up her alley. Chuck a coin on it to keep the flies out. Oh, by the way, team, Chase Craft coins. I never really advertised these second coins on the channel, but these are the duality of craft. The whole idea is for chasers like us, there's this weird internal battle between doing things the right way, the traditional way, the tried and true way, the long way, aging in barrels like this for a long ass time, so on and so forth. And screw it. Throw caution to the wind, do your own thing, force age it. You get the idea. And I guess the tongue-in-cheek idea was, if you can't make your mind up, you flip. Okay, we're doing it the traditional way. Of course, these are available at chasercraft.com. You can get them in a kit, 2 coins, 2 Glen cans, and save yourself a tidy amount of cash, along with, you know, a bunch of your other distilling needs, yeast, maturation sticks. I don't have any on hand, but I'm sure you've seen them. You get the idea. chasercraft.com. I'm gonna put that aside for wifey, and I'm gonna put this back on the shelf to go for I don't know how much longer. Honestly, I pulled this one off the shelf thinking it would make great content because maybe it had gone too far and it no longer tasted like a single malt, but shows you what I know, I guess. And then to say huge thank you to the Patreons. Thank you, Patreons, for being the people that support us day in, month out. We totally freaking appreciate it. And by the way, I'm going to be putting a post up very soon asking for a little bit of input, mostly for an excuse to see who replies so I can give you guys some Into the AM vouchers. So if you're a Patreon, make sure you check that out. If you want an Into the AM voucher to get some sweet graphic tees or, you know, anything like this, go over there, check it out, have your say, and I'll give as many vouchers away as I can, basically. So thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I'm actually kind of surprised by a few of those barrels, especially that safety net one at the end. I really thought I was doing it a disservice by leaving it this long since I tasted it last, and I thought it was going to be going downhill. There you go. I don't know what I'm talking about, I guess. I'm pleasantly surprised, don't get me wrong. I think it might actually go for another year or so. But yeah, surprising. Anywho, I'll catch you next time, team. Keep chasing. See ya.